Yo, morning, my people. What's up, world? It is Thursday, April 17th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. With him, all things is possible. No Duck Zone episode is sponsored by Vision Sports Management. Follow my brother John Boy Belton on Facebook and Instagram. Match Bout channel. Follow my brother Shannon Brown on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Shout out to both of the sponsors. Top of the morning to all my kings and queens, man. How's everybody feeling? Safe travels to everybody that's still moving out there in the streets. I know the kids are out of school, so hopefully they're traveling safe to wherever it is they gotta go. You guys are getting to work safe, court, a doctor's appointment, wherever it is that you have to be. Uh, whatever type of vacation, wherever you go, and please safe travels. This world is crazy. Be out traveling 1 minute, just having a good time with your family, and the next minute, your life could end tragic. So safe travels out there. Everybody's feeling blessed. I hope everybody's feeling appreciated. I hope everybody's feeling thankful for seeing another day. Um, we're gonna get into it today as we do as always. Y'all know me, I always like to get deep with topics, and I'm always telling y'all that the devil works in mysterious ways. Um, and excuse me, I'm still waking up, y'all. I jumped up early. You just got to give me a minute. I'm with this. When you don't go to bed in time, that's what happens. But that's okay because we're about to get up. We're about to get up. The word of the day is distraction. Um, it's a very important word. We're gonna get into it. So let's go. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. This is where it goes down at No Duck Zone podcast. Miss Maggie, I see you. Peace, Queen. Peace and blessings to you and your family. Um, so the word I said was distract, right? That word is very important because we know there's a lot of distractions in the world. Um, we know there's a lot of people who um, they'll say things to you or they'll think things to make it seem like you are a problem when it's not really like that. We got family members like that. We got friends that we've been around that's like that. And a lot of times, know, they're causing a distraction, a disturbance, I should say. Which one did I use, y'all? Distraction or disturbance? Distraction, right? Didn't I say the word of the day was distraction? It wasn't disturbance, it was distraction. So people will do that, right? And it'll piss you off because you'll say to yourself, Miss Fields, what's up? Oh, my queens are coming in today. All right, I see you. People will do good in making things think that it's you and it's like, wait a minute, hold on. We live in a world where people are quick to assume as if they know everything, and it's like you have to take the time to to know what you're talking about before talking about it, because assuming could be nasty. Underrated. Why are you not wrenched up? I gave you a wrench. I don't understand why you're not wrenched up. Hold on. And you were wrenched up because I gave you a wrench. That's crazy. telling me to make you as a moderator. You already was one. I don't get that. These are the type of games that they like to play. Jeff Spark, what up? All right, you two, don't go playing with people that I love now. My brother had a wrench. Yeah, no. I just seen it. It wasn't me, underrated. You didn't have a wrench when you came on. I just looked, just gave you one. It's crazy. But anyway, people will be, they will be that, a distraction in your life if you let them. People are so good at being a distraction. You start feeling like it's you. Yeah, you saw it, right, Miss Fields? Yeah, I know I wasn't tripping. That's why when he came in, I almost thought he was a troll. I almost got him up out of here. Yeah, it's YouTube. Yeah, I know it's YouTube. And I don't like when they do that because I've been a couple places where they took ranches. I remember being on Champ's side. He gave me a ranch, and then next thing you know, I look up, the ranch is gone. Yeah, because people are coming here pretending to be somebody, and then they not, and then you gotta block them. Like if you ever see my name on any other channel and I ain't got a ranch, I mean, you can see me on any other channel and I don't have a wrench, but if you know I'm on that channel normally, 9 out of 10, either I'm gonna get a wrench or I got one already. But people will do a good job being a distraction if you let them. The word of the day is distraction. Do not let anybody or anything become a distraction in your life. I don't give a damn who it is, loved one, whoever, because life is already hard enough. When you have financial problems, when you have living situations, or whatever the case may be, we all got something that comes with us. Right? We all got some type of luggage that we carry with us. Um, and the thing is to make your life a little easier than what it is. So when you have, somebody coming with you with the bullshit, you don't need it. Be free. What's up? And that's for anything. That's even with a job. Sometimes your job could be a distraction. A place that you're going to make money, um, and after a while you're like, you know what? It's not for me. Sometimes the household that you live in could be a distraction. The people that you be around. All these words of the days that I give y'all every day, they all match up. They all say something. Be very careful. What they all have in common is be careful, be safe, pay attention to your surroundings, go for what you know, and never let anybody come in between what it is that you're trying to do. So when I have these words of the days and people try to figure out, okay, what does all this mean? What are we supposed to get out of that? Sometimes we have to take the responsibility too for letting the person become a distraction to us because we know better. Mike, what up? We know better. Crush, what up? Anybody later who's looking to do any boxing talk, I'll be back later on today for boxing talk. Throwback Thursday. We're going to talk about Ken Norton. So I'm definitely going to do that today. That's why I recorded those 2 videos and put them up yesterday because I had a good feeling by yesterday afternoon, I was not going to come up after I just walked downtown. So we're definitely going to be back for Throwback Thursday today. Ken Norton. Yes, Miss Fields. Yes, exactly. Josh Sanders, what's up? So we have to understand that we let people be a distraction. Um, Rather we're even sometimes when you're wrong, you're like, okay, Jesus Christ. Now I'm trying to fix it, but you starting to be a damn distraction now. It's kind of hard to fix something when somebody starts to be a distraction because people will. We live in a world where people will make you or try to make you feel guilty about the littlest things, and now you like, okay, it's not that serious. Okay, it's not that serious. Yeah, be accountable. But nowadays, being accountable is like, even when you try to be accountable, underrated. It's like against the law almost. We just live in this soft ass. We live in this soft ass punk ass world where sometimes even admitting what you did still doesn't get you nowhere. And it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You know? But you still can't let somebody be a distraction. And I have these conversations with y'all every day because it makes sense to man. You can't you just can't. We just live where the world already does not give a fuck about us. We live in society where if you're on welfare, um, if you have if you can't get Section 8, if your Medicaid is messed up, we already living in a world where it's hard enough, right? Traveling. Yeah, exactly. Just extra. Josh, we already live in a world where we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 3 to 4 years with food going up, everything's expensive, everything's costing you. So you go to a place where, like I said a couple weeks ago, you look to have a peace of mind, but then here comes that distraction. And people say, yeah, it's a test from God. I call it a distraction. In the words of Jadakiss, people are here to cause a distraction. But if you tell them, I'm not here to cause a distraction, I serve a purpose. But what purpose do you serve, and what are you going to accomplish by doing what it is that you're doing? You understand what I'm saying? Exactly, Josh. So when you take all these issues that you have already, or not you have, but the world has, or you might have some people they just make money where they don't have to worry about these type of issues. Some people don't have no distractions. Sometimes making money could be a distraction sometimes. But when you're already living in a world that it's already a pain in the ass, and you keep trying to figure out either how am I going to make money today that I've never made before, or how can I make more money today than I made yesterday. I'm in the category of how can I make money, because if I'm making it, I'm not really too much worried about how I can make more today than I made yesterday. I just got to go out and do what I do, and that's going to come naturally. Because once you start making money, the good hustles that's gonna keep you out of jail, or whatever it is that you do, that's gonna come. As long as it keeps you out of prison, you'll be okay. But if you have any distractions around, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. And in life, that is the last thing that you need. Sometimes a distraction could be around you the whole time and you didn't even know. And now you're like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. When did that happen? It happens at times if you're not paying attention. Smash that like button, y'all. Appreciate everybody in here. So it gives us something to think about when we wake up. Because when you walk out of your door, you go to work or wherever it is that you're going, there's a distraction. I mean, look at TV. You telling me TV is not a distraction? I talk about it all the time. Look at the bullshit you see on TV. Is TV not a distraction? TV's probably been a distraction for years, but for the last 15 years, thank you, underrated. Thank you, brother. I try to be, man. The last 15 years, if you've been looking at TV, it's been a distraction. Look at these commercials, they're a distraction. Commercials used to be funny. Only time commercials seem to get funny now is around Super Bowl time. You remember when you didn't really have to wait for the Super Bowl? You waited because you knew Super Bowl had the most funniest commercials. Now you look at a lot of these commercials. Um, a lot of these commercials are bullshit. Back in the days, the early 2000s and 90s, you were able to look at commercials. You was either able to laugh at it or you took it serious and you was like, you know what, I'm gonna dial that number. Now these commercials they got I can't say why we on live, but if y'all know where I'm going with it, then you know where I'm going with it. It's causing a distraction. And nobody seems to have a problem with it because in society we just say, oh, that's life. You gotta accept it. It's not going anywhere. And they're gonna throw it up in your face every day to make you understand it. They condone it. They're here causing a distraction, man. How much longer can you go into life letting something or someone be a distraction before you say enough's enough? Sometimes we could be a distraction to ourselves. It's not always somebody else. Sometimes we are to ourselves because we let things get to us. We let things, I don't want to say stop us from doing what we're supposed to, but we'll get, we'll get distracted by whatever it is. So we forget what it is that we actually supposed to get out there and do. But sometimes by the time we try to go do that, it is too late. So we do have to take some blame in it. We have to take a lot of blame because we know how our lives are set up. We know how our lives want to be. We know exactly is what we want to do and we don't want to do. So when we're trying to accomplish something and here comes this, we like, oh God, here this go. Why is this happening right now? Why is this being said to me? Why am I in this predicament? Because even when you're trying to help somebody, it doesn't look like you're helping. And then it becomes a distraction because you're like, wait a minute, hold on. That's not what that looks like. Because you know, you helping people seems sometimes like against the law, but it all depends on how you're helping them. Then they try to turn the help into a distraction of, hey, this is what you really were doing. That's the kind of idiotic world that we live in. We live in a sensitive, punk ass world, and some people were like that already, but then government made it too, where people are just like they can be in their feelings about anything and everything, but don't let anything or anyone be a distraction. If you do, you will regret it. Most importantly, don't let yourself be a distraction. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. Okay, what my girl Miss Phil says, this tea got me feeling a little sleepy. I think I made this tea too damn strong. Jesus. All right, what my girl Miss Phil says, I have learned that at times the help instinct season, like we drag it out longer. Yeah, yeah. Um, well, Miss Phil's, I'm learning to not do that, and it depends on what I'm helping you with. I see a lot of kids in the community, kids that I deal with, right? And, I see a lot of them on the street, so they pass out condoms all the time. A lot of these clinics and in welfare places. Sometimes I grab a bag of those. A lot of times I pass it out to these kids, man, because I tell these kids, be safe, man, and it's helping. Sometimes I drag it out because it's crazy because a lot of these kids, man, they're gonna do what they want to do. I always tell these youngins, man, be safe, man. I see that young girl, hey, baby girl, be safe. You know what I'm saying? When I see these young kings, look, man, one kid asked me, he said, hey, OG, you got a wife, man. What are you doing with condoms? I said, they're not for me, youngster. I keep them to pass them on to you guys. 'Cause when we were young, man, we were young. I mean, I wasn't the smartest, but two things I didn't want to do. I didn't want to catch anything, and I didn't want to be no daddy. For real, I didn't want to be. Wasn't gonna happen. I mean, it only matter of fact, with my one high school sweetheart, I was only willing to make that happen because we had been together 3 years. Other than that, hell no. Ain't no. Yeah, but so that's what I help a lot of them with. And then in my program, shouts to Friends of Fathers, we got a lot of the youth. So we got a lot of young teenagers that walk in here, man. And I tell them all the time, look, man, don't let that girl or don't let that dude or don't let that girl, don't let that boy be a distraction in your life. You could like them. You could like them. We all had puppy love. We all were in love. Rather we didn't call it puppy love or not, you know what I'm saying? That's what the older people called it when we was young because they figured because if you were 16, 17, 18, you didn't know nothing about love. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hell no. I didn't play that shit, Josh. Did you work in love? Yeah, every time I see the Miss Fields, and I told my wife one time, she's like, "What are you doing with condoms?" Jesus, see, you assuming something, and it ain't that kind of party. I got this kid I see in my building all the time. I be slapping them joints in his hand all the time because I hear his conversations. I be like, I hear you, youngin. So one day, he always sees me anyway. I just slap one in his hand, and he like, oh shit. I said, I heard what you was talking about, man. I ain't here to lecture you, youngin. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is be safe, baby boy. Because everything that look pretty ain't pretty. For real. Yeah. Nah, she was talking about me giving them the protection to them, Josh, because they need it. But my thing is, do not let something be a distraction. For that young girl who's going off to college, she wants to be a lawyer. Whatever it is that you want to be, that dude that might be trying to hold you back, that's telling you that you don't have a chance of being a lawyer, you don't have a chance of being a nurse, whatever it is that you're doing, if you let him, do not let him be a distraction. If he's doing that now, get away from him. If you got friends that's always trying to keep you around in the hood and they're a distraction and they're trying to bring you down and keep you where they're at on their level, then you need to get away from them. Same thing for the fellas. Um, you know how many guys I've ran into that, man, I could have been the next Mike Tyson. I could have been the next Jay-Z. I could have been the next Michael Jordan. That people can catch you. Scary as hell. Yeah, it is, Miss Phils. Oh, I could have been the next this or that, but they got caught up. If they didn't get caught up by that woman, they got caught up by their dudes or their so-called friends. People could be a distraction in your life different ways. They got different ways of doing it. Different ways to be a distraction in somebody's life. It's messed up, but people will do it. And like I said, sometimes you can be a distraction in your own life where you just get to a point where it's not worth it. A lot of people who have went through stuff in their life, they became their own distraction. They might have had things happen around them, but if they just snap out of it and they started feeling sorry for themselves and blaming things on the universe or blaming how their family didn't care for them, you became your own distraction. You made me think of people being distraction and how we step out of God's plan and choose upon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to be careful with that. And like I said, distraction is just, it doesn't just come with the sex. It just comes with a life period. Let people. I tell them young kids when I talk to them all the time. I tell the young kings, you can go be whatever you want to be, king. I talk to the queen. I let her know, huh? Do not let him. Okay, don't let him. Talk to a lot of these girls. They go, I want to be a singer. I want to learn how to make clothes. I want to be an entrepreneur. I had one girl. She said, I want to work at the Apollo. She said something. I said, well, go ahead and do that. She said, do you think working at the Apollo is a stupid job? I said, no. How could it be stupid, sweetheart? I said, do you know the history of the Apollo? I said, talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents if they're still around. The history of the Apollo. I said, if you wanted to work there, I think she said she's 16. I said, if you want to work there, baby girl, you can do that. Who knows? You could end up being a supervisor for it one day. She's like, you really think so? You could do anything you want, queen. Just don't let anything or anybody around you become a distraction where you lose focus or something starts messing with your mental where you might start actually believing it. That's the problem that we have. It's very easy to be distracted. But if you're trying to do something, you have no time for that. Even when it comes to your loved ones, sometimes you have to say, the hell with you, the hell with y'all. I'm on a mission. You think I'm gonna let you distract me from what it is that I'm doing? Are you kidding me? Get back, Satan. Get back, Lucifer. Damien. Every damn evil and demon name you could think of. Told you the devil come in disguises. The devil will come into your home and jump into a person that you love, jump inside them. But you start questioning yourself. Damn, did I pick the right person? Do not let anything or anyone or any place become a distraction. If you go back to your old community and you ain't been there in a minute, you just happen to go visit. But you know when you go back, you're gonna see a lot of distractions. The hood ain't seen you in a minute. You looking good, you're looking healthy, you don't put on weight, you might have a little jewelry game, and you thinking I could just go back to my hood and I could just chill, right? Of course, I can go back to my hood and chill. What's the worst thing that can happen? But you already know in the hood, it's a lot of distractions. Now, I'm never saying you can't go back and leave there without something happening, but if you ain't focused, that distraction is already waiting for you before you even get there. This is why a lot of people go back to their hood and they don't stay long. Yeah, I went to my hood. I was there for a brief second, stayed for about 10 minutes, and then, just wanted to check on everybody, see how everybody was doing, and got the hell up out of there. Damn, man, you just got here. We don't even see you like that. Yeah, man, I be busting moves. I be having stuff to do. A lot of people know what they doing. A lot of people know what they doing. They start looking around the hood. Damn, he's still here? She's still here? Man, look at these badass kids. Damn, look at this shit, man. These dudes are still standing in front of this store? Damn, man, they was doing this when I left. When I left in the early 2000s. Left 2015. I come back and you're still doing the same thing. And them same people are going to pull you back. Now, is it possible for you to go stay in your hood for 2, 3 hours? I mean, it is. It is. Y'all said they didn't realize how hot it'd be to just chill, so you gotta be it out. Like a bank robbery. Yeah. Yeah. Because you think you coming home and, right? Let me see what's popping on the block. But what's popping on the block is actually what's popping on the block, if you know what that means. So you're not really missing anything. You know what I mean? And if you're not careful, you go back to the block, you might either drink too much or you might have smoked something that you didn't know what you were smoking. Somebody might have put something in your drink. Man, I don't have time to worry about all that when I go to my hood. Well, you better. You ain't special where you think something can't happen to you. Ain't no one special. It happened to DMX as a youngster. It happened to a lot of people. No one's special. No one. It can happen to anybody. To anybody. Good morning to my best friend, my ride or die, my everything, my world, my partner in crime, Mrs. McLean. What's up, baby? It can happen. You can easily be in your neighborhood and then, all right, so I had a friend named Willis. I don't know where the hell he's at now, but he came back after going to the Navy. Came home. You want to hit the block. All right, let me see what's going on. I ain't been home in a minute, man. Um, he wanted to smoke him a little weed. Make a long story short, my friend became a Sherm head. He said you didn't know what went on when you left the hood, so I understand why. Hell yeah, I don't know what will go on when I leave my hood, so I'm only gonna be there for a certain amount of time. And if I'm around certain people where I'm like, all right, because there's some people in my hood I have no use for. I don't have nothing against them, but it's like shit. I ain't got no use for them, so I know who to be around when I go around there, and I'm getting the hell up out of there respectfully. But my homie Willie, he became a Sherm head. They gave him something. They lit him up with something, which it was fucked up. They did that because that's supposed to be your friend. They made him a Sherm head. For anybody who knows what a Sherm head is, now I don't know what's going on with him today. Homie got caught up. That's exactly CJ. He got caught up. I don't know where his whereabouts is today, but at the time when he came home from the Navy, it wasn't long, and he got addicted. Yeah, he came home and he got just addicted. It was a distraction going on. Sometimes you have to be careful where you place yourself, who you place yourself around. I just told you, your job could be a distraction. Your 9 to 5 job that you're supposed to go make money at, that you're trying to provide for your family. You're trying to make sure the lights stay on in the house, food is on the table, and your goddamn job could be a distraction. Your damn community could be a distraction. Your friends could be a distraction if you let them. Now, let me tell you something about Willie, the great story about him, right? A great football player, but something happened where he blew his knee out. Couldn't do it, so he figured out, man, I gotta find something else to do. And he ended up going into the Navy. And I wasn't mad for him for doing it. I was proud of him. Hey, go ahead, big homie. Go do what you do, man. Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna see you when you come home, man. Go ahead and do what you do. Because we used to talk about as kids, we ain't going to no Navy or no Army. We ain't doing none of that. No Marines. We not doing none of that, bro. That was just something that how we felt at the time. We ain't doing none of that bullshit. But when he did it, I was happy for him. But when he got hooked onto being a Sherm, by the time people see him, they didn't even notice him. He looked like the dude off the movie South Central. CJ, you know what I'm talking about. You from the West. What was the dude? Loco. What was his name? Loco? Yeah, that's what he looked like. You got to be careful. The word of the day is distraction. People are going to say things to you. People are going to do things to you. People are going to put you in places where they know you don't belong. You have to keep in mind it ain't nothing but one big ass distraction. Because if you can't benefit nothing from it, then you shouldn't be around it or you shouldn't listen to it. Because what could it do for you? If you're not benefiting nothing off it, it's a waste of time. Who wants to feel like they can't go back to their community because something evil is waiting for them? Who wants to do that? Can't go to a family reunion because evil waits for me. It's waiting for me. And it's only a matter of time that it's going to strike. Y'all might not want to hear this. You might not think it's real. But like the story I just told y'all about when I talk to the youth, when I talk to these young kids, I see them all the time. I tell the young black people that you it's hold on, my baby saying something. Yes, yes, baby. Exactly. So like I tell the kids when I talk to them, I go, look, man, You're gonna have sex. You're young, it's okay. Slap this in your hand, take that with you. You go protect yourself. My friend, rest in peace, lost his life to full-blown AIDS. And by the time he found out, he only had 2 weeks to live. 2 weeks to live. Because he let his other head be a distraction. Letting his other head think for him. Remember, I told you sometimes you could become your own distraction. It's not always other people because can't nobody force you to have sex. Can't nobody force you to have sex. Once you go through with something and you go through with it and you go through with it and you go through with it, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. 2012, I lost a very good friend. Ain't seen him in some years, but it hurt me when I heard that. It hurt my heart. I always knew he was the type of freaky dude that get it in, any women he see from white women to black women that it didn't matter to him, he was gonna get it in. But he took it too far. He took it too far. And once he took it too far, there was no coming back from it because by the time he wanted to get help and he started deteriorating, he didn't look like himself. By the time he went to go get help, they told him that he had 2 weeks. 2 weeks left on this earth. Can you imagine going somewhere and not knowing what's wrong with you? And then when you get there, they tell you you got 2 weeks? That's enough to make you walk out of there and blow your own fucking head off. You like, well, what difference does it make if I leave 2 weeks early? They telling me I got 2 weeks. What the hell could I possibly do in 2 weeks? The word of the day is distraction. Do not let anybody or anything, your community, your family, your loved one, your job, do not let anything become. And listen, we all could get distracted. I'm not saying like distraction is some disease infested word because I get distracted. But sometimes I have to snap out of it and go, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, snap out of it, player. Wake up. Because I get like that all the time. Snap out of it, come back to reality. Because if you don't come back to reality, the distraction will take over you. And you'll be living in that distraction world. And once you get in that world, it's hard to come out of it. Some people may be able to come out of it. It takes them a while. Some people never make it out. My friend that went to the military, yeah, he made it through that, but came home to a distraction. My man that died from the full-blown AIDS, he ran into a distraction, but he ran into a distraction that he was comfortable with, that he was familiar with, thinking there was no going to be no consequences to it. If their moment failed to understand, it can cost them. Yeah, yeah, underrated. Yeah, that's a fact. Don't get caught up in that, bruh. And if you get caught up in it, you got to talk to yourself sometimes. Sometimes I have to have a moment. Please, God, ooh, watch over me. It can happen. Do y'all remember the story? Y'all remember the story I just told about when I had that moment last year and I didn't know what I was doing, or if I was gonna come home to my wife, or what I was gonna do because I went through this kind of mental thing where I didn't know what was going on with me. And she's calling me, and I didn't even realize I had my phone on me because I was gone. I'm in the street asking people what time it is. I'm actually asking people what time it is. And because I'm not realizing I have my goddamn phone on me because I had a moment. There was something that distracted me. If y'all think the devil ain't fucking real, or if you think mental health ain't real, you are sadly mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. You are sadly mistaken. We think because the life we live and who we are and how we grew up and how many women we had and everything we yo man, that shit don't mean nothing. It happens to the best of us. Yes, you did, Josh. It happens to the best of us. It's the people that it's happening to that think that nothing can happen to them. You think something can happen to you because of who you are? You know bigger than God. You know bigger than God. So at any time, if you think, man, can't nobody come mess with me? You crazy? You know who I am? My name ring bells. Yeah, your fucking name ring bells in school. You ain't nobody. You're nobody. I mean, you're somebody far as a human, but you're nobody to think that something mental health can't come knocking at your door. A distraction can't come knocking at your door. It could happen. It's been happening for centuries. The word of the day is distraction. It's real. When I had that moment, I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. I guess I snapped back into reality before I ended up, something. I guess my Lord told me He pulled me away from the devil. He pulled me away from him because that was the only reason why I ended up home. Because when I snapped out of it, that was my Lord and Savior directed me to go home. See, because when you have a mental health and you're going through something, hey, you can end up on the bridge, you can end up at a cliff, you could walk in the middle of the street and lay in the middle of the street, you could stand there and let something hit you, or you could just be walking, you could be walking to your death, but then how you die is not how you supposed to die. You could have been walking to your death to jump off a cliff and be in the middle of the street or something, and all of a sudden a car just smashed your ass. Devil don't give a damn how you go. He just wants you to go. He don't care how you go. The only one that cares how we go is our Lord and Savior. But killing ourselves is not the way He wants us to go. Because what are you getting out of that? Hmm? What do you think you're getting out of that? Hold on. My brother Underrated said, for me in the past, I've had to play on God because people could take you to another place that you don't. Yeah, Underrated. This is the reason why my channel is my therapy. This is why this is my therapy. This is my sanctuary. This is my place of peace. If they didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't know what I would do. Even with the Instagram and all that, if they didn't have all that, I wouldn't know what to do because it's my place of peace. And I can come up here and have great conversations with y'all like this, whether people want to hear it or not. Sometimes people don't want to hear all this positive shit because the world is so distracted by negativity. Nobody wants to hear anything that's true. The world is so distracted by negativity. Everything is negative, 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 negative. Huh? Sex sells, controversy sells, drama sells, and it ain't nothing but a distraction. I don't know about you, but I don't need to do all that to get noticed. I don't need to be a part of the buffoonery for people to get to know who I am. Don't let something in your life be a distraction and you feel like, you know what, I gotta be a part of the get along game for people to know who I am. Because nobody's gonna like me if I'm a square. I need to be a part of the team that I need to be a part of the same team everybody else is a part of. You can't stand up on your own 2 feet, player. you got a problem. Somebody else got to be your crutches to hold you up. You got a problem, bro. Better try to hold yourself up before you look for somebody to hold you up. My young kings and queens out there, don't let something or anything be a distraction. Young ladies, don't ever let a dude talk you into just having sex. And if you just so happen to do it, hey, make sure there's some protection involved. Fellas, let that girl tell you that she's on that pill. That's a bunch of bullshit. And even if she is, make sure you protect yourself. Not let anybody be a distraction. Because once you go through with it, it's all kinds of consequences and repercussion. And now you got to deal with it. And there's no getting around it. Look at the world we live in. It's one big ass distraction. All these people who are supposed to be saving the world, in charge of the world, protecting the world, making sure that our youngins that's coming up, that they'll be okay. She's not even doing that. We live in a world where it's every man and every woman for themselves. But then society still tells you that you have to follow rules. You got to do this, you got to do that. Do y'all realize when you go to prison, that ain't nothing but a damn distraction? It's gonna be a lot of distractions in there. And it's gonna be hard for you to be the person you were when you walked in there. Now, some people make it. Some people do. But that don't mean because they make it, they didn't go through anything in there. Because some still come home with that mentality. There's too many distractions in there. You're definitely not going to be the same person you were when you walked in, when you walked out. No matter how tough you try to be, or how many times you try to convince people of the amount of years that you did. Whoever you were when you went in there, you would not be. Your name will still be the same, of course, unless they turned you into something. But it's distractions. You cannot let anybody, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. And I was sitting here talking about my two friends I was just telling you about, and I'm just thinking about. I'm sitting here thinking about like, damn, I used to always have the craziest conversations with those two. And we used to always talk about playing in the NBA together because we all played ball, man. We were some nasty ball players too. Nasty. Nasty. Like they say now, we'll give you that nasty work on the court. Oh man, that nasty work on the court. Um, and I'm sitting here like, hmm, what would it be like if they were here today? What would they be like if they were here today? It's just the first thing that comes to my mind. But they were some good brothers. They were some real good dudes. Unfortunately, life got the best of them. Life gets the best of all of us. It does. It happens. Oh man, underrated. You still up in here, man? Man, underrated still up in here. Josh still up in here. Yeah, everybody still up in here. Y'all just smash that like button. Get them likes up, man. Come on now. There's no way it's one person watching and I got one like. Come on now. Y'all stop it. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. It's 8:28 in the morning. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that they not up. Because if I was talking about Tank versus Shakur, this shit would be flooded. Hmm? Hmm? If I was talking about Abdullah Mason versus Floyd Schofield, y'all be flooded in here. Y'all will be flooded. This boxing is becoming so much of a this boxing is becoming so much a damn distraction to y'all. It's ridiculous. Y'all can't tell your real life from yo, Josh. You can't make this shit up, bro. This is what they don't want to hear, though, Josh. They don't want to real hear topics like this. But if I come back later and I talk about Floyd Schofield and Abdullah Mason, people will be in here like, "Oh my God, Abdullah will kill him," and no, and you can't pay no Floyd Schofield no 2.5 million. It's not worth it. But this is the crap that they talk about. This boxing got some of y'all so distracted. It's a damn shame. Yeah, they're not real, man. They don't want to hear that. Yeah, they're gonna ask for a link. Then they sure will, Josh. Yo, can I get this? Can I get a link, homie? I don't even know you. Which is why I never put my link in the chat, because you dudes are hell no. They don't know you. They ain't never seen you. But because you talking boxing, that's the reason why I put my screen on right here. And I don't show my back screen because if I'm having morning chop ups, somebody will think because they see a boxing glove in the back and pictures, they can just come up here talking about that. Nah, do your homework on what the morning chop up is. Yo, homie, let me get a link. I ain't never seen you a day in my life. I don't even fucking know you. And you be in here talking about, let me get a link. Tay Tay, my Long Island sister, what up? You ain't getting no link over here. Telling you, man, Josh, it's a distraction going on out here in America, baby. Love you too, Tay. Enjoy yourself out there. Safe travels to work. It's all it is, Josh. One big ass distraction. People are willing to lay their life down on the line for this sport and don't put nothing into it. Nothing. All they put into it is hatred, judging, lies. Yeah, happens every day, but it's sad. You're not gonna tell me, see, but I ain't gonna flip out. Some people will be like, "Yo, man, yo, only got one watching and one like. That's okay." In the words of Crush, you can put thumbs up or you can put it down. It's all the same. It's all the same to you. I mean, if these type of topics are boring to y'all, guess what's not gonna happen, right? What's not gonna happen is somebody else will be like, "I'm not doing this no more, and I'm gonna stop doing these lives. I'm gonna stop coming on here because y'all don't want to hear me. I'm not gonna give y'all the satisfaction of disappearing. Hmm? I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of disappearing. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I do that? Why would I let you? Why would I let y'all be a distraction? I don't come around no more. Oh, we did exactly what we needed him to do. We didn't want him around anyway because he always talking that positive shit with his amateur boxing or watching ass. He want to be positive. He supposed to be over here talking about amateur boxing, and he over here being a super saver hoe. You can call me whatever you want to call me, bruh. But nobody takes it serious until it happens to them. You same fathers that be on here arguing about boxing all the time. One day your daughter gonna walk in pregnant. And I'm not gonna say God forbid because it's life beat. So while you on the internet arguing boxing 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and then you talking about I don't know where Shaniqua went. You know, that girl be thinking she grown. She be running out of here with her friends and coming back here all times of the day. Okay. Yeah, you don't know which Shaniqua at. You would know if you wasn't on the panel 5, 6 hours every day. You would know. That girl that had a distraction in her life for the last 6 months. Is you didn't know. Because y'all be too busy on here arguing about shit that y'all don't know nothing about. Make it make sense. I found out what happened with my subscribers too, y'all. That just dropped out the blue. That's crazy. Y'all know I have almost 600 subscribers. I found that out. Like, YouTube, are you playing them games? Because everybody didn't unsubscribe to me. It was no way everybody did. I'm like, nah, everybody didn't do that. That's okay. I'll get him back. I'll get him back. Just like y'all took the wrench from my man, underrated. Why would y'all do that? Why would y'all do it? Am I getting to that point now where they're gonna start messing with me now? Because I know some channels they would do it. Am I getting to that point where I'm getting popular, y'all, or is it just a YouTube thing? I'm like, y'all taking ranches now? Like, I take the ranches. I don't need y'all to take the ranches. I can take the ranches. I'm the one that's giving it. Or I guess YouTube is giving it to me and then I give it to people. Let's put it that way. Because it's not like I'm making the ranches up. It's all good, dog. It's all good. Um, I'm gonna come back a little later. And like I said, it's Throwback Thursday. So we're gonna talk about Ken Norton. I don't know what it is, Josh. It's crazy. I guess I'm no, I'm getting. I guess I'm starting to get to that time where I'm on there because I'm a yo. You stupid, underrated. Eric Gold, what up? Stupid, Eric. Underrated, stupid. So yeah, like I said, I'll be back here later too, also to talk about Ken Norton. So we're gonna do some throwback talk. Ken Norton, baby. Ken Norton, y'all know. Oh, hold on, underrated. Let me no, no, let me not do that because time to roll out. So yeah, like I said, Ken Norton later on today. Tomorrow, we'll be doing Sebastian Fedora's sister, Gabrielle Fedora. We're gonna bring her back and she's fighting Saturday. I had some other stuff I wanted to get into, but I'm like, man, I ain't about to do all that, bro. That's too much. Uh I know Friday, tomorrow there's something on the zone. I don't know too much know about them people going on tomorrow. But I'm gonna do tomorrow afternoon, I guess I'll do Gabrielle Fedora. I'll come back with her. I ain't getting the gym this week neither, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been having distractions, and I'm talking about distractions only because I'm going through them. I'm going through them, and when I talk about this word distractions, it's not just for everybody. I remember I told y'all when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. I've been having some distractions. It's uh it's challenging. I can control it, but it's just sometimes it gets the best of me, and it kind of pisses me off. Pisses me off. I can't hold y'all up. I tell you that it don't piss me off. It pisses me off. Gabrielle Fedora beats all the females around her weight class easy. Yeah, Gabrielle's something different. For that girl to be, what is she, like 5'9", and uh, I don't know how much she weighs, but that girl is. Gabrielle's one of my favorite. I like her. I like old girl. When old girl comes to fight. Yeah, Eric, old distractions. That's the word of the day. I've had it happen. Still have it happen. Where there's moments I have to snap out of it. But it happens to the best of us, but we just can't let it take control of us. Because if we let it take control of us, we'll we'll be in the world of trouble. In fact, the older I get, the easier I get distracted. It's this shit is very annoying. For me, Eric O, that shit is super annoying. It's super annoying. I'd be ready to put my hand on my own damn neck and choke my own damn self out because it'd be annoying because some of the distractions I cause it. See, that's the thing about being an adult and being grown. You can admit that. I cause a lot of my distractions. And if you cause a lot of your distractions, how the hell can you see other people's distractions? Because you're just going to go along because you're already distracted. So you can't see if other people is distracting you because if you can get your distractions out the way and have a clear mind, and you go around people, you like, oh, I see what y'all doing. I don't need to go down that road. I either been down there already or I'm not trying to go that route because I know if there's a possibility if I go that route, it's going to be hard for me to come back from that. So if I turn to drugs, if I end up in prison, if I end up homeless, what can y'all do for me? Smash that like button, y'all. Get these likes up. Come on now. Knock it off. Nobody's gonna care for me if I'm in that situation. If I end up strung out, I just end up strung out. Your biggest supporters are the ones that's always cared for you. It's not the people that you run the streets with. You end up in prison. Who put money on your commissary? It's only a few people that's going to do that. You end up in court. Your homie gonna give you 100 reasons why he can't go to court. You know I would go there, but I don't like police. I don't like judges. I would come see you in the county, but you know, man, I can't see you locked up like that. Plus, I got 2 warrants I got to declare, man. So you know, like, come on, man. Distractions all around you, baby. How do you get away from it? How do you avoid it? It was easy to avoid. It's not that easy to avoid because if it was that easy to avoid, we wouldn't get caught up in it in the first place. We wouldn't get caught up in it in the first place. So how do you get around that? How do you say, not me. I'm not doing that. It's not gonna be me. Or do you not just say anything and just not be around it? Because it might be easy to do it that way too. It's a careless world we live in. It really is. It's careless. Nobody's going to care about you more than you. I tell you that all the time. So keep that on your mind. Definitely coming back today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Um, about 5 o'clock, 5:15. Throwback. We're gonna come back and talk about Ken Norton. Come on by and listen, man. Y'all can come by and jump on with me. Let's talk about Ken Norton. I love to do these throwback. I'm gonna restart bringing these throwback Thursdays back. I was doing it. I just think I just did Zab and Floyd. What was that? Last Thursday, I think. With underrated. If I'm not mistaken. Underrated. That was last Thursday, right? That we did Floyd and Zab. So we're gonna continue to push to do these throwbacks to try to get off. You know what's really going on. It's just too much nonsense going on out here. So we're gonna block all that. Um, I love y'all. Everybody be good. Once again, about 5:15, we'll be back to talk about Ken Norton. Um, make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that Cash App just for any reason of wanting any kind of merch, anything, coffee mugs. Holla at me, man. Y'all acting like y'all don't want it. You know, some of y'all be wanting to support when y'all want to support, and that's cool. I'm telling you now, don't wait till the shit gets hot and then you want PC in it. Just let you know. We know who was there and we know who weren't there. So if you think you're gonna fake it till you make it over here, it's not gonna happen. We got eyes. We see what's going on. Y'all be good. I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.